Hello, everyone. Happy Cinco de Mayo or happy 5th of May. I wanted to share a story with you today. This is a version of Jack and the Beanstalk, but since it's Cinco de Mayo, I thought it would be fun to share Paco and the Giant Chili Plant. This is an awesome book by Keith Pollett, and it's illustrated by Elizabeth Polemba. And what I thought that I would do today is read the story that has many Spanish words, and you can use your context clues to try to figure out what these words mean. Use your illustrations as well. Are you ready? Paco and the giant chili plant, or Paco y la planta de chile gigante. This is written by Keith Follett and illustrated by Elizabeth O. Galamba. Paco, called his mother, we have no food, we have no money, our pesos are gone. Take the cow to town and sell it. But Mama, said Paco, the vaca is all we have. I know, my dear, said his mother, but we have no choice. Now hurry, ándale, mijo, ándale. Paco harnessed la vaca and led it down the dusty road. At a dip in the dusty camino, Paco met an old man with bright eyes. Los ojos del viejo twinkled like stars. He held a walking staff and a small bag. El viejo said, Good afternoon, joven. That is a fine vaca, young man. Buenos tardes, señor, replied Paco. Sí, yes, it is a fine cow, but I must sell her. My mother and I have no money. Joven, said El Viejo, his eyes smiling, if you give me that vaca, I will give you this bag. What is in that costal? Asked Paco. Chile seeds, said El Viejo, magic semillas de Chile. What do the magic semillas do? Asked Paco. Oh, laughed El Viejo. If you plant them, you'll see. Well, said Paco, I'll take them. El Viejo handed Paco el costal. Paco gave him la vaca's rope and scurried home. In a field behind his casa, he planted the chili seeds. He waited. Nothing happened. He waited longer. Nada happened. He waited even longer. Still nada. And then, as he was about to leave, the ground rumbled. The ground grumbled. La tierra rolled and shivered and shook. La tierra cracked open. A chili plant shot into the sky. Paco shouted, Ay, caramba! He grabbed the giant planta de chile. Up, up, up he climbed, hand over leaf, foot over stem. He climbed beyond the rooftops. He climbed above soaring birds. He even climbed past the setting sun. At the top of La Planta, Paco found a bloom of golden chiles. Paco picked a handful of chiles de oro and put them into the costal. He jumped off La Planta and landed in a world of clouds. In the distance, he saw a great house. I see the chiles de oro, and I see his costal. Paco walked toward La Casa Grande and found it empty, except for a giant table, a giant chair, and a giant bed. Paco crept past La Mesa Gigante, La Silla Gigante, and La Cama Gigante. A giant table, a giant chair, and a giant bed. All of a sudden, Paco felt the tremors of giant footsteps. They drew closer and closer, closer and closer. The ground jounced and lurched and quaked. The footsteps stacked. The front door of La Casa Grande shut with a mighty slam. Paco ducked under La Cama Gigante. La Cama Gigante. A thunderous voice bellowed, Fee, fi, fo, fum! I smell the blood of a human one. Be he thin or be he fat, for my tortilla I'll grind him flat. Suddenly, a giant hand grabbed Paco and dragged him out from under La Cama Gigante. Paco stared into the face of a terrible giant. El Gigante's eyes were darker than the heart of a cave. El Gigante's nose was as large as a mountain. El Gigante's teeth were as jagged and gnarled as trees twisted by a terrible tornado. El Gigante Terrible bellowed, So, little one, you think you can sneak into my casa? What do you hope to find? I want to find something to help my mama, said Paco. All you will find here is me, roared El Gigante Terrible, and I am hungry. You will make a delicious tortilla. Wait, shouted Paco. I have something better. A bag of golden chiles. Chiles de oro? Asked El Gigante Terrible. Let me have them. El Gigante Terrible seized El Costal, but El Gigante's grip was so strong. Tan fuerte! That the bag burst, spraying chile juice all over his face. El Gigante Terrible screamed, My eyes! Mis ojos! Ay! Too spicy, too picosas! El Gigante Terrible dropped Paco in the bag of chiles de oro. Two great tears welled up in his ojos and trickled down his cheeks. Those lagrimas became a river of tears. But with every tear El Gigante Terrible wept, he grew smaller and smaller. Pequeño, pequeño. The more he cried, the more he shrank. Soon he was un señor pequeño and El Gigante no more. Paco's own ojos grew wide as he gazed upon him. Papa? El señor pequeño said, Sí, yes, I am your papa. But papa, Paco said, how did you become El Gigante Terrible? Paco's papa said, long ago I found a giant Planta de Chile and climbed it. I hoped to find a treasure like in the old stories. Did you find El Tresor? Asked Paco. No, said Paco's papa. I found only a few chiles de oro at the top of the plant of the giant planta. I ate one of them, and before I knew it, I ballooned into El Gigante Terrible. I didn't know who I was. I didn't even know who you were, mijo. We must hurry down this Planta de Chile while we still can. Ándale, mijo, ándale. Paco and his papa scurried down La Planta de Chile. Paco's papa grabbed an axe and hacked La Planta to the ground. He said, Now no one can climb this plant, and no one will eat a magic chile de oro and become El Gigante Terrible. Ah, said Paco, Since you didn't find El Tresor, what will we do? Mijo, said Paco's papa, we have mama, a wonderful family, a fine casa to live in, and work to do. We have giant stories to tell. That is more than enough. So, did you think about some of the words that were in the story? Did you figure out what some of them meant by using the picture clues and by using the context clues? I hope you did, and I hope you enjoyed the story. And happy Cinco de Mayo.